everybody, this is Happy Rich Mama. I hope you're all having a great day today. This garden we just landscaped is the garden of Mel and Angel over there. And darling, my sister-in-law here helped me. And that's our another angel from heaven. This is the front garden of the house, and as you can see, there's a big tree of a golden shower in the center of aisle, and we're going to have some flowers on the one side and a succulent garden on the other side. And as we go inside, there's an unfinished pond, a grotto and pond, and we're going to set up the plants that we bought in accordance with their colors and the scent that they give out and the sun that they need. And so these are the old plants that she already has in the house. And way back there is a vegetable garden. She has some thriving plants already of parsley, basil, rosemary, and that. But we're going to play around and have some fun in that area. And going back out to the front, this is the side garden. She has some vertical plants on the side, and she wants to actually completely fill up this whole area, but we only have a few vertical pots as of now. And the gate is yet to be finished, so hopefully the plants won't be damaged. And so this is what we will begin with. There is Rick and there's Martin, our two gardeners, landscapers who will help us out. And they're now beginning to plant in front one white bouganvillea that we want to put there so that it will crawl up there and make like an arch going over the grotto. And we find that there is really no way to plant it near the posts, so we planted it way back. And now they're clearing up the area, and we are positioning the plants. That's the Chinese cinnamomum. We want those two big Chinese cinnamomum in front of the entryway because that gives out a very sweet scent that's really nice. We are already creating a little corner that will be a little similar to each other on both sides. The way we are doing the landscape is that we went to a plant shop, and then Mel and I, together with Darling, we chose the plants that we wanted to use. So whichever were flourishing in the garden that we went to, those are the plants that we bought that caught our attention and we thought would be useful to use in this garden. This area, by the posts, we are using the silver pandakaki, and in the open spaces, we put eugenia and podocarpus so that this will grow up and cover the open spaces like a fence. Aga, ganon. Putol-putulan mo lang konti. Tsaka na. Oo. Ilubog mo lang ng konti. It is important when planting in the plant that the most beautiful side of the plant is, of course, facing the viewer. And it is also important that it is not so near the fence or the wall fence so that the leaves can breathe And of course, it should stand up straight, and it should be really secured when you plant it in, so that it doesn't really move with the wind anymore, so that it will grow well. On that side, we wanted to use the bouganvillea, and together with the powder puff, so that is the red flowering section of the garden. We wanted to put the silver pandakaki as a break from reds. Gardening for me is like painting using plants, and I do love landscaping. O, tapos yung variegated eugenia na, tsaka yung copaea. So Rick and Martin are now leveling the soil. In this regard, it is always good to note where the water should flow. Ang aking dalawang magagaling na landscapers, si Rick and si Martin. And since there's a drain area, so the soil should be laid out such that the water would flow directly into the drain area. Mel, I think you have to buy additional red bricks para ito yung sitting area na pinag-uusapan natin. Sabi ni Rick, 40 pieces. Using the leftover pavers from the pathway going to the door, we decided to make a letter C here, sort of like a pathway, at the same time a sitting area. So we decided to modify it and just create a rectangular form there where we can put a swing or a garden set. It was really too sunny and so hot, so we decided to go to a partially shaded area and plant in the calatheas and the aglaonemas. So we started planting in the tea plants in this area because she already had some plants added in, so we just continued on from there, using the plants that we bought according to how the foliage is, the texture is, the color is, and that's how we decided to distribute the plants around the area. Rick and Martin are really very capable, and they're very knowledgeable, and they do not need any directions or instructions from me, so it's really made my gardening or landscaping very easy because of their help. Martin is planting on the planter box, and Rick is continuing the leveling of the soil so that they can already plant in the grass, and this is how it is. I hope you can imagine how it will be after the plants have grown, because some of the plants that are so small will be growing really tall, and some of the plants that are already medium height will be steadily growing at that rate only. So it is really not very well defined how the garden will look when all the plants have matured. But this is what a landscaper should be able to project, how it will look after 5-10 years. This welcome area has a pot that makes water flow into the house. At this point, Rick is watering, and then we go outside to the front garden, and we decided that this half will be the flowering area and this other half will be the succulent area of the garden. It doesn't seem obvious now, but there is a letter S that we are following, and there will be flower areas facing the house and one flower area facing the outside, the roadway. My sister-in-law, Darling, doing some planting here and there as she sees fit. It doesn't seem so nice now, but hopefully when the plants have grown to their mature heights, there will be a pattern that will be seen, and there will be a cluster of complementary colors of peach and purple. And on this side, the succulent garden area, I hope this will look like a rock garden with a lot of succulents in it, and with some designs on the surface, and a high and low with the arrange, because we have a lot of extra sandy soil and also a lot of sand, so we decided to clean up all the area by the wall by inputting all the extra soil, sand and soil. My dentist sister, Dr. Dalde, is there, and Darling is planting some basil for her. Si Martin may ligla kumanta.
Martin, ano ba? Sayaw si Martin eh.
Pero pag silang dalawa, Ricky Martin na, iba na dating,
Song
di
and
ba?
dance na. Song and dance na sila. Mahilig talaga kayo sa
Hindi, nakalakihan na daw ni plantitos and plantisas are craving for their succulent garden, and Mel is so lucky to have the space that's facing the rotonda with a lot of giant royal palms already planted in with a big rock in the center. It's a really nice view actually. Plants already in, and we will do some repair later perhaps, but at least for this day, day one, we have planted in all the plants, and we have laid out all the additional succulent plants in the front garden. There was a nice bonus that day because their neighbor was having a karaoke party, and so we had music while we were working. In this area, please don't be disappointed. It's going to have a lot of colors when the plants have grown a little bit, because we used seedlings, and so it doesn't have that appeal yet. Thus far, we have already planted a lot of the plants for the sun-loving areas, the front garden, the inside garden, and the welcome posts by the doorway. And we have colorful plants here also in the reds and different textures. It's really an ikebana haven because there are a lot of different textures to use for an ikebana arrangement. Found a really nice spot for the calatheas and the aglaonemas, and they look really nice there. That's it for day one of landscaping for homeowners Mel and Angel. Thank you, because we're having so much fun. Travels, gardens, Ikinobo, Ikebana, zero waste gardening, making money, painting, family, friends, prayers. Please like my video. Please ring the bell below for notifications. Naku, maraming salamat po sa inyo.